Hey boo hey, welcome back to another video. Today I figured that we would just sit, babble, beat our face, do a little something, nothing too much because your girl is running a little bit late. Also it's laundry day, so we've got the bed stripped, we've got laundry going, we got a lot of stuff, a lot of things moving around right now, and your girl's a little bit overwhelmed, but we're making it through. I need to put something on my lips because I just got out the shower and they are dry. Much better. Okay, so we're gonna just do a little something, nothing too crazy, catch up a little bit, and that's really about it. So if you like these kind of videos, be sure to let me know down below by liking, commenting, sharing, as well as subscribing to this video and to my channel, and hit the notification bell because I'm still trying to figure out when's a good time to post, when you guys will see it, those kind of things, and you don't want to miss anything if you enjoy seeing my face. So that's all I got for that. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows first because I typically am not a brows first girl in the least, but because of my allergies, they have been, like my eyes have been going absolutely haywire, and my eyes water all the time, like all the time. Which now reminds me I need to take my allergy meds. So let me go and do that before I get too far into this. Done, and done. Whew, I don't know about you, but my allergies this season have been horrible. And I am absolutely over it. So, I'm so glad that you reminded me to do that because it would have been a long day. It would have been such a long, horrible day. I went ahead and primed my brows with the Sephora collection clear brow gel, and let that sit for a hot second. And now I'm going to go in and get my brows going. So how are you guys doing? How have things been? How are your allergies? Like, let me know all of the things. Things have been okay here. Really just taking it one day at a time and trying to just live and enjoy my summer. You know, like I feel like I have the opportunity right now to figure out what I want to do and who I am and all the things. If you're not familiar with what I've got going on, I did post a very vulnerable video not too long ago, and I will link that down below so that you know what your girl is talking about. But I feel like I just have this opportunity right now to enjoy things, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to live, I don't want to say live my best life because I'm still learning so much about myself and healing and those kind of things. And so I'm just trying to live life, I guess is just a good way to say it, and figure out what living life looks like for me, because it doesn't look the same for everybody, right? Like someone who's a mom may not be able to have the same luxuries of someone like me who's not a mom, who's not married, you know, those kind of things. And so life is different looking for everybody, and that is a-okay. So yeah, I'm just enjoying things. I've listened to a couple of bands this summer, and I love music. Music is definitely my first love. There is a little bit of trauma behind that, and I'm not going to go into that today because it's not that kind of video. But I am enjoying just going out and listening to bands. I listened to a good mix of bands, and I'm really proud of myself for that because I feel like stereotypically, because of my color, I only listen to one style of music. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, we had a arts festival in June, and end of June, and I went and there was a band there that played more like emo pop rock, like kind of like Paramore, like that kind of vibe, and I actually really enjoyed them. Like, not something like I had not heard of them before. I was not familiar with them whatsoever. But again, I really did enjoy just like listening to them. I am going to clean up my brows using the Sephora Collection concealer. This is literally the only concealer that I have in my drawer right now because this is absolutely fantastic. I love it. And if you have not purchased it, I believe it's still on sale at Sephora, so I would absolutely recommend picking it up. I'm typically not a person who shapes their brows, but because I do them first, now, you know, thanks allergies, I need to shape them a little bit. So we're just going to carve them out just underneath though, because no one's got time to do all that extra stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray them with the Urban Decay All-Nighter. That just really helps for them to stay in place in the sweaty weather. While those are doing their thug sizzle, I'm going to prime my face. We're going to use the Milk Makeup one today. So yeah, I have just been enjoying this time off. Ooh, I need a little bit more over here. And just, you know, living life. I haven't really been purchasing a lot of makeup. There's not really anything that's been catching my eye. Like, I feel like the summer launches have, like, they fell off. You know, like, what do you think? Is there something that you purchased or, like, has caught your eye? Let me know, because I felt like there was just, like, not a lot. Like, I bought a couple of things. The L'Oreal setting spray, which I'll use today. Like, I bought that. I'm trying to think. I bought the Fenty, you know, body butter. You know, but like foundations, eyeshadows. There was one eyeshadow that I was interested in from Singe Beauty. It's by a YouTuber here. She's Swedish, so I think her name is like Angelica, something like that, and she owns that line. And I was like, oh well, this is like super cute. It is online only, and I was like, I don't know that I want to do that, as well as it's a little bit more expensive than what I want to spend right now because of the struggle. So I have not picked it up, but it is a super pretty palette. I really could see myself purchasing that and enjoying it. I've seen a couple of reviews on it online, and people are really like liking it. There is a very similar one, however, at Ulta from the NYX brand. So I'm kind of trying to figure out if that's what I want to do or not. I did go ahead and just use the Juvia's Place Brown Eye Primer because it acts almost like a second, what's the word I'm looking for? Because it acts almost like an eyeshadow. Like, I don't want that brush. I don't know why I thought I could use that brush. But it just evens everything out, and like I said, because it's brown, it really does look like it's an eyeshadow. So I really enjoy using that. Like, look at that. Because we're going in quick, fast, and in a hurry today. So yeah, makeup launches. Not really been into them as much as I'd like to say I could be. We're going to use the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. This one I did a speed reviews on not too long ago. And yeah, I'll try every time I get dressed before I do my makeup, I get makeup on my outfit. Every time. Never fails. And that is why every time you see me, I am in my robe. Every time you see me. Because just right on the collar. Never failing. Girl, somebody come get me. Because clearly I don't know how to apply foundations and things. Like regular people. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, do you do foundation makeup before clothes, after clothes, after hair, before hair? I know there was like a huge debate about it probably like last year, and I don't feel like, I feel like everybody just does what they do. But it makes me curious because it's just so interesting how we live this life that we all, Lord's willing, get to wake up to and go about our life and our day, and we just find our own routines that work for us. And I love that. I absolutely love that. Like, oh my gosh, it warms my heart. And I feel like that's one thing that I am finding grace for in myself in this season is the way that someone else does something does not mean it's the way I need to do something. Like, for real. And that has been a big thing for me for a very long time is I should be able to do it like they're doing. Whatever it is. Like, the most recent one that I've kind of been like an epiphany for is journaling. Or not journaling, but a planner. I felt like I should be able to use a planner. I'm old enough to use a planner. Why can I not figure this out? What is wrong with me? And I've bought so many planners. I can't even begin to tell you how many planners I have purchased. It's ridiculous. Like, over the years, because I will start them and then I'll be like, this just doesn't work for what I'm looking for. I spent almost $100 on a customized planner once from Golden Coil, I think it is. And I used it 3 months out of the year. Didn't touch it. Didn't touch it the rest of the year. $100 gone. Because I was under this, I don't know, comparison of you're a grown adult. You should be able to organize your life the way that you see other grown adults organize their lives. This shouldn't be such a big thing. Like, girl, I'm like, okay, I'm over it. So I started using, which actually was an idea from another YouTuber here. I started using my notes app. I could no lie. Started using my notes app to log things, like, I put in like this week and things I want to do for YouTube, things I want to do around the house, things I want to do for my wellness, appointments, things like that. And it has worked so much better. So much better. Like, I'm almost ashamed that I had not thought about doing that before. But it's almost like sometimes we need permission to, like, try something new. Which is stupid, like, when you really think about it. Because why, as a grown adult, do I need permission to try something new, right? But that's kind of, like, how it felt. And, like, now that it works for me, I feel almost free is a really good way to say it. Because I'm like, this is something that I can edit when I need to. It's something that I can add to, delete. I can move things around. If I don't get to it this week, I can put it on next week. Like, it really does just work so much better. Yeah, girl, it's something. Rare Beauty bronzer. This one is really red, and it's not my favorite, but I'm trying to use it up. Like, that is really the goal here, because I don't have that much left to use, and so I'm just like, just use it up. I can do this. So, anyways, I say all of that, I suppose, of, like, just, self-discovery, like, being 40 and still finding out things about myself, and, like, giving myself the permission to do things, and just, finding out what really does, like, work for me. And it's like, wow, this is what coming into yourself looks like. You know, like, this is what finding out who you are looks like. And I feel like not everybody gets that luxury of that opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's not something that we all get to share. I'm looking for a specific product. Here it is. The, what is this? Nude Sticks. There we go. The Nude Sticks blush. That's what I was looking for. And not everyone gets, like, exactly that opportunity to be able to kind of come into their own and figure out who they are, you know, because realistically, another day is not promised to any of us, right? And I'm not saying that to, like, dampen the mood, but it's just reality. Like, it's really not promised to any of us. And so we have to kind of make the most of what we've got. So let me know your thoughts on all of that down below. That was pretty deep. I'll be all over a planner. You know what I mean? Like, but it is really like those small things. Like, it is like, you just don't realize almost like how programmed we are to fit a certain mold. And I think the biggest thing that we see that in is definitely the beauty community, you know, and I don't just mean like makeup. I mean just overall, you know. We are supposed to look a certain size and be a certain weight and, you know, just like those kind of things. And obviously I'm not. Obviously I'm not. And even like as a woman of color, I should live in a certain place. You know what I mean? Like, I live in the Midwest. And the Midwest is not particularly known. Kansas City, St. Louis, those places, Chicago, those places are known for people of color. I live in Iowa. Iowa is not known for its color population. Like, if I meet someone online, you know, because like I'm taking a course or whatever, they got black people in Iowa. Yeah, we are out here. The world may not know it, but we are definitely out here. And that's honestly part of the reason I came to be on YouTube, because being not recognized means that we don't have necessarily the same access to beauty products, right? Like, I am having a bit of a struggle going into Sephora or Ulta and picking up things that may be accessible in Chicago or St. Louis. Juvia's Place is a really big brand, I would say, that is accessible for sure. But, you know, like Fashion Fair, which is a Sephora brand, that's not here. I'm trying to think of another, like, deeper toned. You know, you get my drift. You know, like, there's just things that are not here that, because the population doesn't believe that we reside here, I'm not able to get my hands on. Just set my face with the Sephora Collection Translucent Powder and then the Peach Perfect Too Faced Powder. You can't get that anymore, but it is definitely like one of my favorites for my oily skin. I'm going to go ahead and set with the all-nighter, and then I'll be right back. Alright, powder bronzer is going to be the LYS powder bronzer here, just to add a little bit more color back in the face after setting. And then I'm going to use the NARS blush palette. This one came out a few summers ago. And I want to add a little bit of a glow, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. Ooh, that was too much for an oily skin girly, because, good lord, I'm gonna have glow here in like 5 minutes anyways. I do need to fix the end of my brow over here. Just kind of lost a little bit of that. So that's one of the reasons I'm here, and I think having that vision and remembering why I'm here is important to me, but also important to you, because you know, you're clicking in, you're viewing this channel, and when you don't know what someone is about and what they stand for and where they're going, it's hard to want to follow. You know, like, think about it like being in a relationship. Like, if you guys don't have the end goal of, you know, whatever it is, not everyone wishes to be married. For me, it is marriage. But, like, if that's not the end goal, then what, you know, what am I doing? If your end goal is just forever partnership, companionship, obviously that's going to look different, you know, for each person. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, it's just a lot, girl. It's just a lot. So, and like, comparison by itself is just, that's a whole different thing, because we are just in this comparison style world, and it's super annoying. I'm trying to debate, do I want to put, I think I'm going to put a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury. This is like a pink, a nice pink little glitter situation. I'm going to take this brush. I hope this will work. Because it is more of a, like, almost like a gel cream. But I want to put a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I just want to add a little bit of color. Not a whole bunch. I think that is perfect. Just a little razzle dazzle, nothing too much. And then I'm going to go in with the Perversion eyeliner. Girl, I gotta get me a mirror up in here. See, even taking that dang on allergy med, dang on eye, wants to act a fool. But it's not nearly as bad as it typically is. So, very happy about that. I think that's as even as those wings are gonna get today. Hooded eyes and wings, man, you gotta learn all the tricks of the trade to, you know, make sure that they look remotely decent when your eyes are both opened and closed. So, but that was the Perversion Urban Decay. Now I'm using the KVD tubing mascara. You know, another thing that cracks me up, and this is kind of gross, but I'm gonna say it anyways, I really like vlogs on YouTube. Like, I really do enjoy long form content. Don't get me wrong, like, short form content has its place, but when I'm just like chilling and I really just like want to chill, I'm usually watching a vlog, something like that. One of the things that I do not like, I cannot stand, and it's the grossest thing to me, is when someone does like a maintenance vlog and they go and get like their nails or their toes done, and they show them scraping off like the dead skin or trimming the cuticle. Like, I can't, it grosses me out so badly. Like, I don't understand the logic behind wanting to show your dead skin. Like, somebody help me. Help me to understand, because maybe I just need someone else to break it down for me a little bit. Girl, grosses me out. I can't take it. I will fast forward through that so quickly. Like, so quickly. Because I can't. For why? For why? A brown lip liner, but I feel like I might want like a brown red, pink. Let's try this one. Okay, that one's not bad. I still think I want a brown though. So let me, honey, where is the liner I'm looking for? Alright, we're just gonna use this brown one from NYX. Ooh. And I did use it to fill in my lips. I still have the Fenty stuff on, but I'm still also going over it with the Gloss Bomb. So, yeah, I think this is going to be the look for today because it just feels right. You know, like it just feels like this is what needs to take place. Let me know what you think about this look. I think it turned out really cute. The conversation was definitely all over the place, but thanks for conversing with me. Girl, I'm so glad that you came. I'm so glad you hung out with me. If you like these kind of videos, again, just make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.